knew with confidence the answer. What I can say is in the book we talk at some length about two kinds of people who work within these systems and acknowledge in their own terms, not in ours, that they're not working. We talk about people who are canny outlaws. They follow the rules because there's somebody looking over their shoulders, but they find ways to, like teachers, will follow the scripted curriculum, but they'll do it at double time. And so they squirrel away 10 minutes here and 20 minutes there and a half hour there, and in that time that they have saved, they teach the stuff the way they think it should be taught. They prep kids to take the standardized tests, and they'll tell them, listen, but if you get a question about this, don't give the answer I just told you, because you'll be marked wrong. Give this answer instead. So these are people who are trying to do it alone, and my view is that this is not sustainable. Eventually they burn out in discouragement, or they get caught and they get fired. More hopeful are people we call system changers. These are people working within the practice of law, the practice of medicine, who see that they are not training their new doctors and lawyers well and are trying to create systems for training, medical training, that are completely different from the ones that they grew up with. And some of these things are popping up in highly prestigious places as pilot programs. Harvard has one, UCSF has one. Students get contact with patients early. They see the same small set of patients for a whole year so that they actually get to understand what it means to be sick in the context of living an often complex and difficult life. They have lots and lots of interaction with mentors who are looking over their shoulders, letting them make the first pass at a decision, but correcting them when they get it wrong. The students in these programs love them. They're incredibly difficult to get into, like everybody wants to be in this program, but they only accommodate 15 or 20 people. Now, my hope is that what will happen over time when the evidence comes in that the people who get trained in this way become better lawyers, teachers, and so on, is that it will transform the way in which medical and legal education occur. That's a big step, but it's not enough. Because if they then enter the structure of their profession and all of the incentives that are presently in place continue to be in place, it seems to me it's almost certainly going to happen that all of the good stuff that they've learned gets destroyed, or at least tackled, challenged. So I hope you don't need the systems to collapse completely so that you can build new ones on the ruins. I'm hoping that it's possible to build new systems on not quite ruined, but clearly defective existing ones. But I don't know. I just don't know. There's an ideological component to this. Everyone thinks that the way to get what you want is to make it worth people's while. That's wrong. When people enter medical school wanting to be doctors for the right reason. Everyone? No. Almost everyone. Yes. You don't need to make it worth their while. You need to get out of their damn way so that they can do it the right way for the right reason on their own. And as long as we're wedded to this ideology that comes from economics, that nobody ever does anything except for some self-interested outcome, we'll never redesign systems in the way that we need to. So optimistic, I'm not, but I'm also not hopeless.